You murdered Jesus. You guys want to see the other fight?
Here, I'm in front of Barton Jail over on a side street, and we're just trying to show our support for the helmet hero, Chris Vanderwide. What he did for the Christians in trying to protect them from the terrorist Antifa, the Lock Street Antifa, and the radicals in the LGBTQ community, the anti-establishment, the anti-cop, those that want to see the system burn. We want to cut the cancer out of this governmental system, but the laws by themselves, if enforced properly, are still the greatest thing that we've ever seen, the freest thing that we've ever seen. And they don't seem to want to work together. They don't want to seem to debate. We've identified them. They're obviously the ground troops. We are the patriots. I am Patriot Media. They have their ground troops, Antifa. They have their friends, and their friends are journalists. Their friends are working with anti-hate. They're putting out these smear pieces, these Antifa terrorist pages, Al Jazeera, might as well call it. And we know those pages. They're Threat, they're Press Progress, they're ARC Collective, they're Any City Against Fascism. It's all Antifa. It's well organized. It's funded by the unions. It's fostered by the education system. It's promoted by the education system. Openly, you know, like Molyneux reported, 10,000 openly avowed Marxist professors on tenure so they can't get fired. We know the enemy right now, and now, because of this escalation in violence by them, they're now being exposed, they're being brought into the light of day, and people like Doug Ford and other people that we're talking to, MPs, MPPs, we're talking with them, and hopefully we'll get some stuff done. We'll get some actual action within the law, and this is a good test case to see if we still have the rule of law in Canada. Because the right to free speech should be absolute. It should be, you should be able to assemble peacefully and not have threats, intimidation, and violence put against you, especially by well-funded unions. These are your union dues. This is what you're paying for, people, union workers. Do you really want to usher in communism? Because you're labeling the good guys as Nazis. And you see the litigation between the hashtag walkaway movement, the leader there who was a LGBTQ supporter. And now he's suing. Now he's suing for discrimination because he's considered alt-right. I guess they don't want conservative. Conservative gays are not allowed in that movement. So we see the trouble, we see it escalating, and we see today the mayor's office, or sorry, the mayor's home, where they went and mobbed him there. These are the same people, the same radicals. We know the places that they meet, we know the pages that they run, but the unfortunate thing is the media picks this up. So the upper echelon, the HuffPost, the Vice, they're all left-leaning. Why would you not believe another leftist, another liberal? They don't know that these people are actual violent criminals responsible for all the damage at Lock Street and all the, think about the cost to police. If you had 200 Canadian patriots out there, you'd need 2 cops, 3 cops, because we're peaceful. That's why you always look, you turn your back to us and you look at the threat, which is Antifa, at every event, every opportunity that we have across this country to go out and exercise our free right to speech and our free right to assembly, and in the case of Pegida, when they kettle us, our free right to movement. They're all being breached. They're all being spit on by the mayor, John Tory, obviously by Trudeau. So hopefully, Mr. Ford, I implore you, please listen to us. Please listen to our stories. Listen to our stories of suffering with this terrorist group, right? Listen to the economic terror when they take away our GoFundMes. They take away our ability to be productive citizens simply by slandering us. So we're out here. I gave some money into his commissary, and I hope that everybody else does. We have an email set up. I can't remember it now, but I have it on text, so bottom of your screen, right here. This email, you can e-transfer. It's set up by Preacher Phil because he was there for the Christians. He wasn't even at the Yellow Vest. This whole Yellow Vest inclusion with what happened at Pride, absolutely not. There is no collaboration. I mean, there is friendship, but they have issues, their issues, their protests, their things that they want to do, and other people that they associate feeling differently or acting differently shouldn't be a fucking crime. I almost got through that without swearing. Anyway. So we're here, and hopefully he sees us, and I encourage everybody to take that email down. Make sure that you put the password to John or Phil, John Mark Moretti or Philip Ness Thomas on their PM, even if they go to Facebook jail, which they most likely will. I'm on a 30-day myself. That's why I'll be going broadcasting, doing my thing from YouTube as long as I have it, and BitChute. So here we are.
Okay, let's go on the bridge.
Let's go on the bridge. Let's do this thing. Let's show some support, and hopefully he sees it and he knows that we love him. And he saved us. He protected us. That's all. I heard banging. I heard banging.
I heard banging too.
I heard banging.
Is that Chris?
Hopefully. That's why we're here. Boy, yeah, they're there.
Where?
We hear you.
Where is the banging?
We hear banging, he sees us. We love Chris. When somebody attacks you, 5 people jump on you, use Hamlet to save your life.
Or it could be Peter in there getting all pissed off right now, trying to get out, get at us, fuck.
Yeah.
You know what? My thing is off.
Oh.
That's awesome. So I'm here with Lisa Thompson, all still in front of the jail, but she came a little late. She's got some information on Chris's status. Lisa, why don't you go ahead?
Thanks, Rick. Well, I went in to see Chris. He was in Group 1, which is Janpa. But just this morning, our fellow patriot, local pan man, has been assaulted. He was attacked and targeted in our prison, and he's now been moved to protective custody. That's it, right?
Protective custody.
Protective custody.
So, unfortunately, this is what doing the right thing on the outside gets you on the inside.
Josh from Kitchener here out of Barton. Was just inside dropping off some canteen cash, and the guard in there let me know that lots of phone calls have been coming in for Chris, lots of canteen money, things like that. So he's been getting out there that he's patriotic. Watching the video, totally, I believe is 100% self-defense. Sticking up for Pastor John when he was being attacked by Antifa. Coming in to help him and keep him and his friends safe.
So there's only 3 of us out here,
You're
but
coming
I
back?
think
I love you.
somebody heard us. Obviously, somebody was banging
Okay, see you in a
pretty
couple
loudly
minutes, please.
on the
Bye,
glass.
bye, bye,
So
love you, bye.
we know what floor he's on. Hopefully that was him, and you know, we can at least take that away from today. He's got some commissary. He needs your support. He needs a lot of support. We got to get him a kick-ass lawyer, because this really is free speech and self-defense at its finest, folks. This is going to be a test case on whether or not we have the right to assemble, the right to movement, the right to free speech. Because I'm sorry, but my free speech does not end when you're offended. So, till next time, one half of the Noble Savages, Ricky B, also Facts versus Feelings. Take care.